Good morning. Good morning. Hey, y'all. It's Miss Awesome here. Listen, I got a good one for you today. How many of you know about Judge Deborah? If you don't, that's okay. Grab your Bibles and let's get started. Listen, Deborah is really, back in her day, was one of a kind. You can go to Judges chapter 4. I want to read verse 14, okay? And it says, Then Deborah said to Barak, Get ready. This is the day the Lord will give you victory over Sisera, for the Lord is marching ahead of you. So Barak led his 10,000 warriors down the slopes of Mount Tabor into battle. That's Judges chapter 4, verse 14, New Living Translation. Okay, so get this now. Barak wasn't just like, okay, let's do this, Deborah. I know. Alexa. Alexa, turn off. That's funny, y'all. That's my alarm clock. But I've been up.
In Kissimmee, it's
Okay,
71
she's still
degrees
talking.
Fahrenheit with partly sunny skies. Today, you can look for thunderstorms
Mm,
with a high of 87 degrees and a low of 71 degrees.
okay. Thank you, Alexa. Anyways, yeah, I lost my whole train of thought. But let's get back to Deborah and Barak. Barak was a little afraid, and I get it. Sometimes in life you are afraid. But here's the thing: he knew that Deborah was a prophet. He knew that God spoke to her, and that she did her thing with the Lord. So like she was a person that you could trust. Yet he was still afraid. And she was like, "Okay, I'll go with you because that's what he requested. But just know that when we win this fight, it's gonna be at the hands of a woman." And some of you may think, "Well, that's not that big of a deal." But come on now, we look at America. It's what type of, yeah, we ain't even gonna go there. But so for him to be like, okay, Deborah, that's cool. You can take the credit for it. That tells you just how scared he was. Um, but at the end of the day, he still was obedient and did what God asked him to do. He just did it with a little help, right? And sometimes that's what you need. Sometimes you just need a little help. Somebody to encourage you, somebody to go with you. Just make sure it's the right person. But here's what I really wanted to share with y'all. I'm gonna read it to you. It's in the devotion note that I'm reading. For a woman of her time, Deborah was given an unusual job, but God helped her with everything He asked her to do. When God gives you a job to do, He will help you too. You can depend on God's strength. It doesn't matter how prepared you feel. It doesn't matter what anyone else might say. When you're ready to obey God, He will help you too. That's the key, y'all. When you are ready to obey God, He's gonna help you. There was a time, y'all, I had no idea what God wanted me to do. I'm like, Lord, why I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. And I'm a grown up now. I've grown up. And then He gave me exactly what I asked for. And I'm like, um, yeah, I felt like Barrack for sure. Like, I don't know how to do that, God. And He sent me some Deborahs, and I'm still like, but this was encouragement. This was a reminder this morning when I read, when God gives you a job to do, when God gives you a job to do, not man, not your mama, not your daddy, not your spouse, but God, mm, He will help you. He will help you. You can depend on God's strength. Doesn't matter how prepared you feel. Doesn't matter if you have all the resources. It doesn't even matter if you know the whole plan. If God gave it to you, God will see you through it. God will help you complete it. But remember, He will help. He will see you through it. He will not do it for you. Barak still had to make the first move. So repeat after me. God will help me. Now you say it. God will help me when I do what He asks. When I do what He asks. God will help you when you do what He asks. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. I'm not saying you won't shake, but you've got to push through it. And I'm telling you, the reward on the other side will be so worth it. So, if you have some time, you can read the song let's see, Judges chapter 5, 1 through 12. Now, keep in mind, to me, it don't read like a song. It reads more like a letter. But check that out. And if you want to go back, let's see. There becomes Israel's judge. Yeah, and read a little bit about Deborah. You can go back to the beginning of chapter 4. That's all I got today, y'all. Just know that if God told you to do it, open that business, start that company, whatever the case may be, He's gonna help you get it done. But you've gotta do what it says. Gotta start. Gotta finish. Bye, y'all.